so you
debido a que eso sería un centro de acopio, ¿verdad?
Thank you very much for paying attention. So we've been working on this project since the start of the year. It's all about aiding the community of Cielo in Santo Domingo Este. And working with me this entire year, we've had Tiffany Lee, Victor Argiro, Luis Felipe Pentado, and my name is Pablo de los Santos. Victor, can you tell me a little bit about the problem that has been going on?
Yes. The global issues that we've been facing this year are ecosystem loss and environmental degradation. Now, can somebody tell me what comes to your mind when you think of ecosystem loss, environmental degradation? A few examples, a few words.
Anybody? Yes?
Landfills.
Landfills, yes. Do you have one
Right
in
there?
mind?
Like trash basically is in the environment, like animals using their homes, like this is basically helped by the experience to the environment.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, the leading cause of ecosystem loss and environmental degradation is habitat destruction. Habitat destruction is simply the loss of a plant or animal's habitat, and this can be as a result of natural and human causes. Some natural causes would be climate change and natural disasters, such as hurricane, floods, etc. Now, human activities, though, play an even more important role in causing habitat destruction. Humans cause destruction of marine habitats. Humans have caused the destruction of polar ice caps. Humans have caused deforestation, and forests hold 50% of the world's biodiversity. And since the human population is growing at a much faster rate than ever before, it's growing exponentially, so with more humans comes more pollution and more demand for resources. So here we can see that the population is growing much more in developing regions, such as here in the Dominican Republic and other countries in Latin America. And since humans need more land, more space, more food, there comes pollution. Humans have polluted water, air, and land. This is a river in South Asia, polluted with so many contaminants, and people who live near this river have to use it every day for cleaning, for bathing, for washing, for drinking. Just imagine, just think about using this water as your only source every single day of your life. Just imagine, just think about it. Now here's another picture of pollution. This is both air pollution and land pollution. Since people tend to consume much more than they need, they just decide to throw away trash all over communities. And really, this has led to a lot of different effects. For example, here in the Dominican Republic, we have identified many different causes of environmental degradation and ecosystem loss. First of all, we see that there's an excessive burning of trash. Now, people believe that by burning trash, they're just releasing it or eliminating from the environment, that carries no negative consequences. However, burning trash releases carbon dioxide into the environment. It causes acid rain and even global warming. Now, there's also improper trash management. This can be caused by a number of reasons. First of all, we see in many communities here that there's a lack of trash cans. So many people just throw away trash in their nearest, most convenient location. Second of all, there are irregular or inconsistent garbage collection schedules in many different communities. For example, many garbage trucks just come really early in the morning when nobody's there and nobody gets the chance to throw trash where it's actually supposed to be. And since this is a problem in so many communities and it's something that happens over and over again, many people have a lack of environmental awareness. They don't know how this affects themselves or those around them. Now, I'll pass on to Luis Felipe, who will explain the community that we're working with.
Okay. We're working with a community called Cielo, which is located in Santo Domingo Oeste, near the Hanay River. And the Hanay River is the fourth most polluted river in the whole world, which leads to the Caribbean Sea. As you may know, Cielo has is a lower class community, and the people there are not very aware about the problem that trash can produce. And the mission manual was adopted near Cielo to help the people educate by construction and giving medical needs like hospitals and dentist office, and helping the kids that have special necessities like disabilities or handicaps. The SSD is helping them by cleaning the community, cleaning the trash center.
We actually met Mission Manual because they were in need of translators, but later on we told them about our GIN project and they were instantly attracted to it. And we've been working with them we told them about their issues, and ever since we've been working with them. It's been over a year now, and we have had a sort of partnership between themselves and us and other organizations.
So Tiffany's going to tell us about the problem within Cielo.
The problem in the community Seattle, there is no central location for trash disposal, and few people recognize the time that the truck had come to collect the trash. So, which means that there's no laws to regulate the trash disposal. And this led to my second point, which is that there's no reliable, effective garbage service. So people will throw their trash near to their nearest place or over the hill. Like you can see in these images, like people dump all the trashes to the hill. And the trash is so random, like you can see a syringe. How dangerous if you've been pricked by a syringe? Like you will get infected with like diseases like HIV or AIDS. And okay. And this picture was taken about a month ago, and you can see that the burning parts of the trash. So like Victor says that this was a big deal problem in Dominican Republic. Okay. So, and this picture was taken like 3 days ago, and yeah, you see a kid that was walking around, and you can see that the trash was increasing without reducing anything.
So we face this problem in the community of Cielo, and we wanted to find a solution to it for our gin project. And what we did is that we found this video, and this video is basically a step-by-step format on how to find a solution to a problem. So we watched this video and kind of found, like, we used it as a guideline to finding our solution. So we're gonna play it right now. We're gonna use this for a tracking workshop, so make sure you pay attention.
All of the 21st century fluencies are structured processes. The solution fluency is the problem-solving process. Because of the structured process with clear steps, it can be explained, learned, practiced, and most importantly, it can be improved upon. Solution fluency is the process of the 6 Ds, and it starts with define. The first step in confronting any problem is to take a moment to step back and state or define what the problem is, giving voice to it by writing it down and revising it until we have a clear understanding of the problem. We then look to discover the origin, researching how this problem occurred, what brought us to where we are today, what could have been done differently in the past that would give us a different or more preferable outcome now, and does that still apply? How have others tried to solve this or similar problems? All of this is about gaining context to the problem and shifting our thinking towards analysis and evaluation, prepping our minds to dream a solution.
So we've seen the first two parts of our step-by-step solution, which is, first of all, you can tell me? Define, yes, and the next one would be? Discover, yes. And that's what we've done for you so far in our presentation. We've defined the problem and we discovered a little bit more about the problem, getting a little bit more into the problem. Now we're going to work with the next steps. Pay a lot of attention because you're going to use these in our interactive activity.
Dream is looking at the future and seeing the problem solved. The process of dreaming releases us from the constraints of the problem and shifts us from what is to the possibilities of what could be. It's through this permission to dream, this unlimited visioning, that we cultivate creativity and innovation and imagination, which are in such demand, highly valued, and so essential today. Once we see the dream, our tendency is to immediately act on it, but it's critical to take time to map out a plan or design the process that will make the dream a reality. We do this by working backwards from the future, from the dream, identifying the critical milestones that happened in implementing the solution, and then considering the interim steps between those milestones. This becomes our action plan, the design of our dream. Once our design is in place, it's time to put the plan into action or deliver the goods. And there are two components of delivery. First, we produce the solution, but then we must implement or publish our work. Designing a presentation, writing a song, or developing a script is only half the job. It's not done until it's produced, recorded, or presented. We have to go all the way and complete the process of solving the problem which we originally defined. Often at this point the work stops, but there remains the most important and most often overlooked of the 6 Ds, and that's to debrief. Take time to go back and look at the product and the process and ask yourself, how could this product and how could this process be made better now or next time? In a 21st century student-centered learning environment, the 6 Ds of solution fluency become our learning progressions. And as students use solution fluency in the classroom on a daily basis, they become better problem solvers.
So before continuing, we're going to start our interactive activity right here. What we're going to do is that we all learned what the 6 Ds are, right? We can say them. We can state them, right? So the first we have define. Next we have discover. The next one would be dream, and then design, deliver, and debrief. Yes. So as I said before, we already worked on defining and discovering the problem for you guys. And what we're going to do now is that we're going to let you guys dream and design a solution for this problem. And later on, we're going to present our solution. So if we could get in groups of 5, the table's already set up, or 4 would be good too. If you need a pencil or a pen, I have here. So in the worksheet, you will see that you have already written down some points in the defining and discovering part of the worksheet. But you still have to dream and design a solution. So what we're going to do is that in dreaming, you're going to dream 2 outcomes of what you want the solution to have as an end product. And then you're going to design a step-by-step solution to the problem. So we're going to give you some time so you guys can discuss it.
inefficient trash disposal system, lack of environmental
So we want
burning of trash.
by the end of the project, we wish to build a trash, any trash,
No
and
centralized trash collection centers,
trash
little
disposal.
to application of environmental issues, no reliable trash collection systems. So what could be a
So we have rights.
Now, the main thing you have to do is simply just let everything else go at all. Just consume all those things that hinder you just come to an immediate solution. What would be immediate? What would be the perfect idealized? What do you think? So this, what do you think? So before you get bogged down with this host of data definition, all these things that you really should understand. So you guys can see that you're just and then work backwards to like how and that how can that
I'd like to see a lot of green in the area where somehow decomposing some of the
awareness programs for sale community. So they are aware of how and even names. The city council is aware that this will have any last
I just like to see educate working we have already established a partnership working on empowering other young people to learn about how the system they're going to become experts of their own subject.
Because we're running out of time, if I may have your attention. Because we're running out a little bit of time, what we're going to do next is that we're going to invite one of sorry. Because we're running out of time, what we're going to do is that we're going to invite 100% of each group to come up and present their solution to the thing. Our first representative. Yeah, I want to applaud for our representative. So, we can step forward. So, for our first group, we have, what's your name?
Nico.
Nico. We have Nico.
Do I just say my design or do I say my dream too?
Dream and design. Present your solutions.
Our dream is to create a program to educate people on proper trash disposal and also develop an effective trash disposal system. So both can complement each other. And first we will create centers where people can be educated and put posters up in the communities where people need to. That will create awareness on how to properly dispose trash. We will also have tickets for littering. If you're found littering, you will be given a ticket. It won't be that big, obviously, because the people that are usually throwing trash, people that don't necessarily have that much money, or it'll be enough so that they won't do it again. We would also increase the amount of trash cans in the community so people can throw things away if they don't have a trash can. I mean, they're just going to have to put it somewhere. And we also have to enforce it properly with a sufficient amount of people being able to monitor the situation so that then they can either give the tickets or they can either know how many trash cans are needed in a certain community. And also we can have rewards for people that either recycle or properly dispose trash cans. For example, we can have tax breaks if you bring in trash to your place or something.
And if I can just kind of, a question. How can you make the solution sustainable? How can you maintain this dream throughout a long period of time?
What do you mean, like how can you fund the whole thing?
No, how can you make it sustainable? How can you continue this? Yes.
Well, I mean, since you're having tickets for littering, I mean, it's an incentive for the government since they can get money out of the situation. And I also think that if they have rewards for people bringing in trash, they can probably use the trash and recycle it for something else. Maybe they use cans or something, they can use the metal in the cans, or they can remove the plastic into where they want.
Yeah, that sounds great. We got applause then. So, next group, your name is?
Marcela.
Marcela, 30%.
Our dream was to reduce the trash and to see a lot of green throughout the area, and we don't have a lot of time to discuss that.
Do you just have any brief ideas?
Raise awareness and tell more about informal.
Okay. So, thank you very much.
What's your name?
My name is Dylan Koopmans. We spoke, and you're not going to like this very much, but us older people, unfortunately, we're not as good as dreaming as we used to be. So we kind of got caught up on that stage of it. However, what we talked about was that we thought the problem lied more, not so much in the byproduct being the trash, but the ignorance in the community and the issues in the community that have caused this. So it's one step to solve this problem that now exists, but the bigger thing that we were seeing, the bigger problem is the issues that are creating this, and how would we solve those? So our design, which we didn't get very far into, like I said, hung up on the dream bit. We were talking about ways of raising community awareness, ways of teaching the community about services that could potentially be available, things that, and trying to find other sources in the community that could come in and help and lend assistance, much like you guys are. So.
I think that, I mean, you were a little bit short on time, but I think those were 3 great solutions and great on your behalf of dreaming.
Very insightful.
Yes, very insightful. So when it came to us to dream and design a solution, what we did is that our dream was to create a cleaner environment, an environment where less diseases were being spread, an environment where people could live healthily, right? And what we decided that we would do is that we would design trash collection units. These trash collection units are designated areas where anybody can go and throw their trash in, right? Then it's a really convenient place for a garbage truck to go by and take the trash away. And so we wanted to do this a little bit more eco-friendly wise. So what we did is that we created eco-bricks. And
how will you make sure that the
Yes.
trash is going to be picked up?
Yes. What we did is that kind of like an incentive. It's more comfortable to go to a centralized station where anybody can get, it's closer for everybody, rather than going down the hill and having to throw your trash. It's a little bit more complicated. Anybody would like, for the sake of convenience, to throw the trash in this centralized station.
Because the nearest trash is like 4 blocks away. No one wants to go up at this, so they just throw it wherever they can.
Exactly. So this is our brick construction. What we did first in the start is that we created this molds for the bricks, and they were made out of donated recycled wood out of pallets, and our next step was to fill up bottles with plastic bags to make sure that these plastic bags, instead of ending up in a landfill, they would end up in our eco bricks. So each bottle takes about 30 to 40 plastic bags, and they fit up pretty tight. They occupy a lot of space. And our next step was, thank you. Our next step was on preparing the cement to fill up our bricks and everything. And we had a lot of ways to do it. This was the most efficient one. It was mixing it on the ground because we needed large amounts of cement.
So we made it with the water.
Exactly.
The water there.
And this is what we did. We added a layer of cement. Then we put in 2 bottles per brick, and filled it up onto the top with cement. This is kind of what it looked like. Here we even have our initials right here, the ones who made the bricks. Right. So
Now we're going to talk about how we raised funds for this project.
So basically, what we are going to build a TCU trash collection unit, all we need is some materials, right? But you need to buy materials. So basically, we need to raise our funds to use money to use this website to raise our funds. So we need to buy materials such as cement, the sand, the transportation, the garbage bins, etc. So yeah.
And the name of this website is Raising Car. So we put our campaign out over here, and we just spread the word through social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and
may I add that it was really efficient. Our initial goal was of $350, and we reached
we surpassed the goal.
Yeah, exactly. We reached to 477, and we're still raising money, so it's really efficient. And
if you'd like to donate to our project, you're welcome. You're welcome to.
Yeah, we can assure the money is going all in the project. We're not.
In fact.
Now, how do we want to make this project sustainable? Where do we see it in the next few months or the next few years? That's very important here in our GIN project. Now, in the next few months, we plan on building our first fully functional trash collection center. And we plan to visit the community often, and work with the organizations working there, such as Mission Emmanuel and foreign groups, etc. And we want to make sure that they're accomplishing their goals and that we are accomplishing our goals as well. And in addition to that, we plan on educating and motivating the residents. By doing this, we found that the most effective way is having them involved in actually construction trash collection center, in actually cleaning up their community. To have them involved is actually the best way to move forward. And we also wanted to create a slogan called Cielo Limpio, which motivates them, which incentivizes them to keep their community clean. And we want to make sure that everybody in the community is working towards that same common goal.
So we organized a cleanup early this week. And as you can see, in this picture, the kids were helping us clean the place. And we were able to raise over 90 bags of trash.
In less than 2
hours. And the place was still full of trash.
Yes.
It was a very serious problem.
Yes. And not only did we get the people from our from their community involved, we also got people from our school to actually get out there and pick up the trash.
They were not involved in doing anything.
Yes.
Did you come across people who thought that was too awful of
we made it was actually a competition. So we're striving for this prize in the end, and that really motivated people. Even though it was awful to pick up the trash, even though it was disgusting, they were motivated to just work in the sun, just roll up their sleeves, and you know.
And while we're in the bus, we showed the people who were going how it looked. At first, they were like afraid because it was doing too much, but we intensified it and told them that the community need this. That if it was like this, it would just get worse. And it motivated the competition, would motivate them to do this.
And although we haven't picked up all the trash, we did see, for example, these areas right here, they were totally empty. Didn't have any trash by the time that we left. It was really at the start. The part that we're working now on, or we plan on working, is this, which is the slope, which is a little bit more dangerous on working. Yes, but we're all working together and towards the common goal, and we're doing a great job.
So in the competition, what was it a voluntary reward or something?
It was
It was a food reward.
Taco Bell.
A food reward?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pablo actually won it, so Pablo, if you want to.
Which was not fair.
We were on the start. We were all a little bit afraid. We already know what the prize was, but we were a little bit afraid of getting down there and picking up trash. As Tiffany said, it was serious and everything. But I mean, we kind of, as time went by, we kind of got used to a little bit more to the idea. And by the end, I picked up with my partner 15 bags of trash, and then we had in less than 2 hours. And we had teams. It was really, really close. We had 4 teams with 14 and 13, and let's say 3 people were tied in second place with 13 bags or 14 bags. So
How were those people from school or the community that spoke with?
We had to from school, but later in the day, people from the community came to help us.
Exactly.
Like picking trash. And if you want to know how dangerous it was, we found knives, a lot of syringe from the pharmacy,
and
we found broken plastics, glass.
And also, it was not only them from Mission Emmanuel and us from the school that were helping, but also there was a foreign group from
University of North Carolina. Yeah.
And we even got help from them too. So it was just everybody helping. So it was really nice and seeing that really inspiration.
Yeah, like cooperation between cultures, you know. Yeah, that's a nice place to live with. Yeah.
Do you have a
After
question?
the trash is collected in bags, where is it located?
Where is it taken?
Placed?
Yeah. Well, these were placed in this location. It was right there near right besides where the garbage truck passes, so that the garbage truck can take it and
It's just that the Cielo community is far from where the truck passes.
Yes, precisely. So we
don't have any more time.
Thank you very much for being here. We love presenting to you, and I hope this sends maybe a message and helps you guys into working on something in your own community. Thank you very much.